Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to be talking about 5 massive changes coming soon to Apex Legends. And while some of these updates could be awesome, others might leave you scratching your head and wondering what were they thinking. As we've come to realize over the years, not everything Respawn does is a slam dunk. So I'm going to break down the good, the bad, and the maybe meh of these changes. So let's dive right in, but before we do, consider hitting those like and subscribe buttons so you can stay in the loop on all things Apex Legends. First up, the Arenas mode is coming back according to multiple leakers and even Respawn themselves. Now, don't get me wrong, a lot of players definitely loved Arenas. It was intense, quick, and a great way to scratch that competitive itch without the chaos of the full BR map. But honestly, it didn't exactly stick the landing the first time around. Now, when it was first introduced, it felt like a breath of fresh air, but then, well, it kind of fizzled and had tons of cheaters. A lot of players were hoping for more maps, more variety, and maybe a better way to balance things, but instead, we got a pretty repetitive experience with not much diversity. But now, Respawn seems to be revamping Arenas, and thanks to PWN, we have some leaked details. For starters, a 4v4 version of Arenas has been tested rather than the original 3v3. On top of this, there should be some economy system changes to how you purchase and unlock weapons, plus new game modes incorporated into Arenas instead of just the standard deathmatch mode. Right now, it's unclear at this moment if a ranked version of Arenas would return, but there is the possibility that one of the arena modes could be that leaked capture the flag style objective game mode that we've seen float around for years. Personally, I think an objective-based situation, whether it's capture the flag, planting a bomb like in Search and Destroy, or something else, would make Arenas a much more enjoyable experience. Next up, we've got a brand new subscription service that's similar to Fortnite Crew. Now, this was mentioned in a recent survey to players to see if it was something that they would enjoy or not. If you're unfamiliar with what Fortnite Crew is, it's a monthly subscription service where you can get exclusive skins, in-game currency, and some other cosmetic items. And this subscription seems to be in response to the underwhelming performance of the Battle Pass changes a couple of seasons ago. But honestly, how many forms of monetization do we really need in this game? We've got Apex coins, and we've got the Battle Pass, then they introduced exotic shards, and now we're adding a monthly subscription on top of all of that. Now, it seems like we would get exclusive skins, Battle Pass tiers, and some in-game currency, but honestly, let's be real, is it worth the money? While it's cool that players will be getting these special items, we've seen this play out in other games, and it can kind of get annoying. If you're not paying every month, you're going to miss out on exclusive skins and cosmetics. And if you are paying, is it actually adding much value or just a way to get us to spend more money? Personally, I think Respawn has to be careful here, and if they go overboard, it could really start to feel like more of a cash grab, and I know I'm not the only one who's not a fan of it. Next, let's talk about weapon changes, and there's 2 main points that are in the works to come to the game: pre-made loadouts and seasonal weapon vaults. So with the pre-made loadouts in Battle Royale, this one's honestly a mixed bag. It sounds nice on the surface and a quick way to get into the action without having to search for your perfect loadout, but does it really fix anything, or does it just make the early game even more predictable? Now, in case you didn't play the straight shot LTM, Respawn has already been testing this out in-game where you can find fully kitted weapons around the map and not worry about finding each and every attachment. And according to PWN, this will be coming to the game, but it won't be set loadouts, rather you'll get to equip your weapons for purchase. Additionally, it seems like the weapons could evolve over time, similar to how it works in some of the mixtape modes, where the longer you survive, the more leveled up your weapons would become. Now, honestly, this change could be nice for newer players who don't know the best combos or are overwhelmed with having to find different attachments, but it also could make the game feel a little bit easy. If everyone's running the same pre-made loadouts, you're not going to get that sense of excitement or satisfaction when you build your weapon combo out in the wild. Plus, it could take away some of the fun of finding that random loot and creating your own unique strategy. So imagine if every match is playing out almost the same because everyone's using the same loadout every time. That really doesn't sound very Apex to me. And on top of this, Respawn is considering adding in a seasonal weapon vaulting system according to Thornton Smash. And the reason for this seems to be so that they can open the loot pool and add in more weapons easily, which somewhat ties into the pre-made loadout aspect. If there were weapons that already came pre-equipped with all the attachments and you didn't have to loot around for those items, then brand new types of weapons could be added to the game at a faster rate. Plus, with it being seasonal rotations, they could try out new weapons for a season and then decide to keep them or not, similar to what is happening with the EPG as it's been leaked to be a care package weapon in Season 24. Now, Respawn has changed core mechanics to the game before, like the Evo Shield update a few seasons ago, and they do seem to be working on big changes to the weapon system, so let me know what you guys think about this. And now, let's get to the big one and probably the most controversial one. New Mythic level cosmetics for weapon skins, grenade skins, and multiple recolors for Legend-specific heirlooms are coming to the game. According to Hypermist, the R301 will be receiving the very first Mythic weapon skin, and it will be releasing in Season 24. Now, we don't know what it will look like just yet, but it will have 2 tiers to the skin, and then there will be 2 variations of that second tier version, and additionally, there will be special visual effects that you can unlock for the R301 Mythic skin, but you will have to spend more on it, which will most likely be exotic shards to unlock those effects. And of course, this Mythic skin will be available in some type of milestone event. In addition to this, Mythic level skins for the Thermite grenade, Frag grenade, and the brand new EMP grenade should be coming in Season 24 as well. Now, I do have a mock-up I made of these grenade skin recolors and what they could possibly look like while we talk about this new EMP grenade. According to PWN, an EMP grenade should be coming that will counter controller and recon legends the most. Respawn has apparently been testing the EMPs to interrupt healing, and at the moment, it is essentially Revenant's old tactical ability where it could silence enemies, but in a throwable grenade form. Additionally, we should finally be seeing Newcastle's heirloom release, but according to Hypermist, it will have not 1, but 3 recolors to it. And all I can think is that this feels like such a crazy cash grab that we've come to know with Apex Legends. And it just feels like Respawn is changing so much with what classifies as Mythic. Remember when heirlooms were something that felt special? If these Mythic skins start to become too common, they honestly could lose their wow factor over time. And let's not forget that these skins will definitely be locked behind annoying events like the milestone ones. I am very curious, however, to see what these Mythic level weapon skins and grenade skins could look like, but I for one will not be buying this. I mean, it's just going to be like the Peacekeeper reactive skin before. All you have to do is if you come across someone using it in game and eliminate them, simply just pick up their weapon and don't reskin it, and you'll have it for free for that game. Now, I will say though that the Mythic weapon skins could be better than Mythic Legend skins, since you could see these skins yourself in game more often than the Legend ones. So there you have it, 5 major updates that should be coming soon to Apex Legends, and while I'm excited about some of these, I definitely do have my concerns. The return of arenas could be great, but let's hope that they don't repeat the same mistakes. And seasonal weapon vaults, sure, but honestly don't make the loophole frustrating. And the Apex subscription service, I could do without this, as I'm really not sold on paying more for cosmetic items. And the pre-made loadouts, it might be convenient, but honestly it risks making the game feeling much more predictable. And finally, those Mythic cosmetics. I want them to be amazing, but we know that it will be insanely expensive. So what do you think? Are you excited for these changes, or are you a little skeptical like me? Let me know down below in the comments. I would love to hear your thoughts, and as always, hit that like button, subscribe for more Apex content, and stay tuned for future updates.